So today we are going to discuss the rules of a card game called Minimum. The way this game works is that you distribute 7 cards to everybody. I'm going to show a demo of a 3-player version. So now everybody has 7 cards. We open the first card, which is a jack. Then the first player, they look at their card and they try to find something that they can throw of the least possible points. And the points are basically calculated as the face value of each of these cards. So 2 is a 2 point, 4 is a 4 point, and ace is a 1 point, and any face card is 10 points each. Now, in this hand of cards, the first player, which is right here, has the option to throw a jack. If they don't have a jack in their hand, then they pull a card from the deck, put it in their hand, and at this point of time, they can throw anything from their hand. The way throwing of the card works is you can either play a single card or you can play all the cards of the same values, like or same print. So like you can play all the jacks together or all the fours together and any other card that you like. So in this case, let's say I decide to play the 2 fours together. Now the next person can either play a 4 or draw a card from this pile and then play anything from their hand. So I see a 4, but like most of the other cards have much higher values. I would probably want to keep it for later. What I would do is draw a card from here. And then now I have 2 10s in my hand. So I'll just throw the 2 10s away. I'm going to leave the cards open so that you see how we are playing. And this hand, I have a 10. So I'll just kind of throw this 10. Don't have to pick up. Now, again, we don't have a 10 in this deck. So we pick up a card from here. And then I think we'll throw the jack because that has the highest value. Then again, the next person doesn't have a jack, so they pick up a card from here, and then the next highest value is queen, so they throw it away. Then again, in this hand of cards, I have a queen, so I'll throw that. Yes, you have a question?
So why do they have to pick up a card from the face down pile? Why can't they just throw the queen when it already was part of the
So
hand?
you can only throw a card that is on top of this discard pile. So like if I played a queen, you have the option of playing a queen. If you don't have a queen, the only option that you have is to first pick up a card from this deck, then play something from your hand. So obviously when you're playing from your hand, you want to get rid of the most points that you can. So you'll play the jack so that it's gone and like that's you losing 10 points. Now again here in this hand we don't have a jack, so you pick up a card and now you have 2 4s, which is like 8 points. So you can either throw both of these or you can throw a 9. So in this case, let's say I decide to play 2 4. One of the reasons why I'm trying to do this is also because the chances of the previous player playing a 4 is way lower than somebody playing a 9. So I kind of want to keep my 9 here so that the next time this person throws a 9, I can just throw it away. So I'll play a 4. Now in this hand, I don't have, this person doesn't have a 4, so I have to pick up a card, and now I can pick anything, and I'll pick jack to throw that. Now this thing just keeps going until somebody has thrown away all his cards. Or if based on the cards that you have in your hand, you think that the number of points that you have is minimum, lower than any other player, that's when you can just declare minimum. So at this point, this hand seems pretty high. So I'll again draw a card and then I will probably throw this 9. And I was mentioning earlier, now this person gets the opportunity to throw 9. This person has a 9, so they also throw a 9. And now there's nothing left here because there's no 9. So you'll just pick up a card from here and you'll probably throw these 2 7s. And this person throws a 7. We don't have a 7 here. And now I'm looking at these points. It's 6 plus 1 plus 3 and a 2. So that's a total of 12 points. I'm like, I have 12 points. This person has 5 cards. This person has 3 cards. Chances are that this is lower than anybody else's score. So what I will do is I will say minimum and I'll open up my cards showing that I have 12 points. Now you calculate your points and like your points come out to be 23 and you calculate your points and your point come out to be 19. That means that this person has won the game, and that's it. And so the way the point system works is that the person who declared minimum correctly gets minus 30. That's minus 3030. Whatever points you have in your hand, that's your points. So you have 23 and you have 19 and you kind of record it in a place. And then that's it for this round. We record that and it just keeps going. And you play how many other rounds you want to play. If I declare minimum 12 points and let's say you have equal to or less than the points that I have, that means that I falsely claim minimum. in that case, the person claiming minimum gets a plus 30 score and everybody else gets a 0. Know that, if this was the person who had 10 points, you don't get any bonus for busting a minimum claim. You still get 0. The person who made a minimum claim gets 30 points. Oftentimes, what happens is towards the end of the game, when people have really nice number of cards, they're just kind of fighting for that position and they just keep going and going until somebody has finished their deck of hands. As soon as somebody finishes their deck of hands, that's pretty much it. Like, that's done. You can't do any claims or anything at that point, unless somebody's claiming a minimum ahead of time and things like that. So yeah, that's what minimum is for all of you. I hope you enjoy the game and let me know how it goes. Thank you.